Now, I already made a video about thrift store media, an entire Late Night with Silas video about it, but I never actually talked about how you're supposed to hunt and find these things. It was more of what kinds are out there, and it's a really good source to figure out what the hell you're looking for. But this is actually how to hunt these down and find them. Now, when I say thrift store media, I'm not talking about actual TV shows and stuff. I'm not talking about the fucking random CD you find in your dad's garage, you know? I'm talking about shit like this. The stuff that schools would hand out, maybe weddings, funerals, educational tapes. Let's see if I got one here that I can just grab real fast. Here we go. If I can grab this without dropping this. There's probably actually 30 in this stack. It's scary. It's scary when I need to grab something from the middle and I don't want to move the entire goddamn stack. There we go. Something like this, educational videos. I can already give you a hint here. If you see the Bass Pro Shops, it's free. It's free to upload. Personal recordings or personal burned media, that's a pretty big one. A good example is sold as blank tapes on eBay, but I don't like getting those. Those aren't fun. Those aren't fun to hunt for, and 9 times out of 10 it's just TV show recording. Sometimes they'll even cut out the commercials, which is 9 times out of 10 what you actually want. They're just not interesting to hunt. But burned CDs and stuff, burned CDs, burned DVDs, these are a lot more interesting to get your hands on. Now, of course, burned CDs and DVDs also aren't too interesting, as they'll just be a burned movie or album. All of these are just burned live performances from live albums, I'm pretty sure. I actually don't know. Let's see if I got another example here. Actually, yeah, I do. Something like this. This was given to me for free by my local church. This is literally just 3 films on a disc. 3 actual movies on a disc. These aren't as fun to mess around with. While something like this, no one's selling this. There's how the fuck do you even find something like this, you know? And of course, again, with burned media, Ronald Reagan's funeral is here somewhere. I don't know if I'll be able to get it out. But another example is the DVDs that are the for dummy things, Windows 7 for dummies, Windows 8 for dummies, those books. Some of them come with discs and DVDs, or sometimes even CDs, and they'd be oh, how to, and it's just a million, it's literally just 80 tutorials on how to just do the simplest shit. It's they're each 30 seconds long. But how do you actually hunt for these? What's the easiest way to hunt from? Here are my tips on how to get these and how to actually find them. My first tip, don't skip past any section with DVDs or CDs or VHSs, but VHSs are really easy to find because they'll look radically different from official ones. But CDs and DVDs, this is mainly a tutorial for CDs and DVDs. Do not skip any section with CDs or DVDs. If you're in a thrift store, a flea market, swap meet, look through every fucking section. I cannot stress that enough. Look through every fucking section. You will miss shit if you don't. Because some of these just look like normal fucking DVDs. Legitimate DVDs. Good example here. I don't want to grab that. I don't want to grab anything that's at the bottom here. I'll probably just play fucking B-roll footage. I don't want to fucking. I'm definitely gonna have B-roll footage. Haha. Yeah. Here's a good example. Like, from far away, like, if this was... I'm gonna put it with the Wii games. Like, from far away, that looks like a normal movie or DVD. Like, you might, like, look past it and be like, oh, B-movie, you know? Because it almost has the same spine as the B-movie. But yeah, make sure you double, triple check. If it's like a booth, like, this is an issue if you go to, what is it called? If you go to Timeless Treasures, that thrift store or flea market in Springfield, there is a booth in there that is just a giant wall of CDs and DVDs. I pretty much already combed that place out, by the way. But there's still probably a handful that I missed. Because it actually takes like 30 minutes to slowly check everything. Because you want to slowly check, because again, you could easily mistake this as like a real movie. And like, you'll just skip past it. Oh, B movie, you know? Because this looks like the spine to fucking B movie. Just without Barry B. Benson at the bottom. Like, you could easily mess it up. It's almost the same colors. And like, you won't even catch it. Like, what you'll mainly be looking for, like what you're expecting to look for, is spines like these, where it's like plain white with black text, you know? That's like what you're mainly, because they stick out like a sore fucking thumb in a collection. They stick out like a sore thumb. Like, they're so easy to catch. It's like, oh, that one, that one. That's literally what I did to get all of these. I'm not joking. That's exactly what I did to get all of these. I literally just skipped through it, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, there's one here, it's like, that one. Like, if you... A lot of the time, if it's a white background with black text, check it. But, like, not all of them are like that. Of course, something like this, obviously, that's thrift store media right there. But, like, that's a good example of one to look out for. Look for... But mainly, what you want to look for is, like, the more weirder spines, like Stranger Safety, huh? Pick that out, look at it. Yeah, that is straight up that's not a movie, that's an educational tape for kids. Let's see if I got another example here. Kansas people. Look at it. Like, this actually looks like something, that's another thing you want to look for. Does it look like something that would be sold at Walmart? That is a very important thing. Does it look like something that would be sold at Walmart? This looks like something that would be sold at Walmart. Kansas people, like this looks like a real thing, but you need to think a little bit more, because even though some of these look like they actually would be sold at a real store, you need to think, like, obviously, like, some of these are sold in real stores, again, Bass Pro Shops. Like, this is something that Walmart would possibly carry. This Grand Canyon double pack, obviously, that's another thing that Walmart would carry. But something like I Love My Family, fuck no, they wouldn't sell this. Stranger Safety, they wouldn't sell this. It doesn't even have a barcode. But these look like things that would be sold in a real store, and technically do. But the next tip that I have is to check which companies are, check which companies are behind some of these. Because, like, if it's, like, a more well-known company, Paramount, Warner, Disney, Viacom, Lionhead, Shout, like all those are real companies. These don't have those. So like if you look at this one, like there's no company images, there's nothing. Not a single thing. We look at this one, the only company image is Bass Pro Shops, and they're a self-publisher. This one, there's no actual company. This one is fucking Mediacom, the internet company. Yeah, this one's a fucking oddity, and we'll get back to this one in a second. This one's interesting because it has Sony. Sony is a real one, but Sony Wonder, I think, is specifically for schools and like documentaries and shit. So Sony Wonder is an eh. I don't really know too much about Sony Wonder. Let's see what we got. What else we got here? Like this one. This one's fucking crazy, by the way. 10 cents. I got this for 10 cents. Yeah, and you see the copyright here. Mining Gold Corp. That's not a real fucking company. Let's be for real. Veteran 2002. This one doesn't have anything. More Bass Pro Shops. This one straight up just doesn't even have copyright. That's another thing to check if it has a copyright symbol anywhere on it. But there's also check if there's a barcode. A lot of these won't have barcodes. Because why? I straight up don't fucking know why they don't have barcodes. Like, I don't know if these were like given away for free. I don't know. I think even stuff that's given away for free, like this demo disc that I have, yeah, it has a barcode as a proof of purchase for a fucking demo disc. That's weird. But like, a lot of these won't have barcodes, and will be like, just like, there's something off about them. Like, it's not that they just don't have barcodes, but they'll just be generally something off about it. Like this doesn't look right, you know? It's not that it just doesn't have a barcode. These just straight up, there's something up about them. You'll check the discs. They look fine, but like, maybe the print quality's a little weird. Maybe they don't use like the typical cover like paper, and they just use regular paper. Maybe they use paper labels, which paper labels you have to be really careful of because they can fuck up your disk drives. Specifically like short ones like laptop disk drives, they can fuck those up. Be careful with paper labels. If you can, get rid of the paper so it doesn't like lift it up just a millimeter and makes it stop spinning, because that's what will happen. They'll peel just the tiniest bit and it'll just not fucking spin. But yeah, like you look at these, like this pressed disc. This is a pressed disc, but like there's something up about it, you know? This doesn't look right. Like, this is using clearly stock photos. The back is like stretched and shit. Like, this doesn't look right. That's a really good way to tell if something's thrift store media, if it just doesn't look right. Of course, looks are everything. Like here's another one. Like, this, it's just something off about it, you know? And this is actually one that uses paper labels. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You need to get rid of those. But like, you look at the back. Checking the back is really important for these. If it's this purplish color, that means it's a burn disc. Thrift store media free, buddy. But a lot of them do use pressed discs. And I don't know who the fuck is pressing half these discs. Oh, here's another one. This is another one that uses paper labels, but luckily none of them got caught. As you can see, the purplish, clearly burned disc back. And of course this one, it's pretty clear that this is a burned disc. So yeah, check for burned discs. check the quality of the paper. If it's not glossy and it's clearly printed paper, pretty good way to tell. Check for barcodes. Check the company that published it. If it's not the main ones, then there you go. And a lot of them will be so fucking clear that it's like, yeah, this is clearly thrift store media. Like they're not hiding it. They're not doing nothing. Like it's so ridiculously clear. Now, of course, does that make these easy to find? Fuck no. More and more these get thrown away, or like they get donated to places and those places just fucking throw them away because no one's gonna buy these things. Goodwill is a pretty decent location, and a lot of thrift stores that just have the giant media selection like area, Red Racks, Goodwill, those are like really good places to go for stuff like this. But like flea markets are also probably your best bet, because like unlike thrift stores they have to cycle out some of this shit sometimes, so that stuff will get thrown away. That stuff will get disposed of. It'll get sent to a different store, while flea markets will hold on to it because, that's the personal, because like the booths are rented by people. Those people will be like, fuck it, throw in the booth for 30 cents, I think the most expensive one I ever bought was probably like $3. Yeah, I think that was because it was from Red Racks or Goodwill. So yeah, just check them. Like flea markets, look through every booth and just slowly examine everything, and you will eventually come across one of these. Now, the reason why I think these are so important to collect and preserve by uploading them to like YouTube and Internet Archive is because, for all we fucking know, these are all one-of-a-kind items. Of course, something like this isn't one of a kind, but this is 100% fucking one of a kind. There's only one copy of this in the fucking world. Like, this is like the only copy of this fucking disc. Like, for all I know, I'm the only one who actually held on to this thing, and I never received it in the first place. Like, the only pieces of thrift store media I legitimately collected, like, that I got not from a thrift store, was my cousin's fucking graduation. Which, I don't even know where the fuck that disc is. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. This, which I legitimately collected from my cousin because he didn't want it. I think he has the flash drive with these. If he doesn't, I lost the flash drive, but I preserved the contents of that flash drive on Internet Archive. And same thing with these discs. Yeah, my cousin's graduation. That Jesus disc that I told you about, because again, someone dropped this off at my front door. And these do count as well. Indie artists' CDs or vinyls and stuff like that, these count. These hit the criteria of being thrift store media. Because another important part of thrift store media is, like, if they're from a website, and that was the only place to get them. So, Fantastic Risk by Basic Printer. Fucking love this album. And the only way that you could have gotten this was through his website. I think if you answered the Instagram, because this was like a giant fucking trend with Instagram ads, and it was like, oh, get a free CD. Well, it technically wasn't free, it was $5 shipping, but it was still like a $5 CD, so why the fuck not? So you end up with like one of these. I did it because I was really fucking curious, and yeah, no, I actually got it. So, but these do count as thrift store media because this, like, there's no barcode. There's no barcode. It was only through a website. It came with a Pokemon card. I'm keeping that card. And like it's an actual pressed disc. It's an actual pressed disc. It's from an actual artist. It doesn't really hit the criteria of thrift store media, but I think I do have another example of one if I can fucking find it. If I can fucking find it, what the hell? I have like a million of these goddamn things. Okay, that does count as one. That doesn't count. That's an actual fucking album. I don't know why it's in there. So yeah, this counts too. I don't know what the fuck this thing. It's just called Flying High by 2008 Caribbean Airlines Invaders. That's either the name of the album or that's the people who made it. But yeah, this also counts as well. Even though this is a real album. This is a real album you could have bought fucking somewhere. This is a real album. And same thing with this. These are real albums. But they're incredibly difficult to like find out in the wild, especially on eBay, because no one fucking got these. But yeah, these are real albums. Like, maybe you could get lucky on Discogs, but I severely doubt it. Fuck me. This is gonna take me a while. But yeah. So yeah, I wanted to give a little bit of tips on how to hunt for thrift store media. I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place in this video. Sorry if it's like hard to comprehend. And probably the minimal editing. But like, these do count as pieces of lost media. Like, this is legitimate lost media. I am sitting on like fucking 40 or 50 pieces of lost media. Like, legitimate fucking lost media. Because again, as far as we know, all these are fucking one of a kind. Like, this is legitimate fucking lost media that I am currently sitting on and that I have uploaded to YouTube. And a lot of these have been put on Internet Archive. Not fucking all of them. Because every DVD is like fucking 4 gigabytes. And it is a pain in the ass to rip some of them. I can show a real good example of one that I fucking hated doing. The Scientology something. I don't know, an overview of Scientology. This is a 9 fucking gigabyte DVD. This won't even play in VLC by itself. And that's because this legitimately has like 4 hours worth of content on it. The play all button plays like a 2.5 hour video, and all these individually is 2.5. And since play all is just all of these, there's 2 versions of everything on this fucking disc. Oh, and the normal chapters and individual are also their own thing. So you have play all, which is play everything that's on the disc. So that's its own 2.5 hour, since it's its own video file. Then you have the individual sections, which have their own play all button to play the videos in their own specific sections. So like this first one, 2 to 12, I'm just gonna say that's like fucking 20 minutes. So that play all button's like 20 minutes long, and then you have the individual things, which equals to 20 minutes if you put them all together. It's fucking ridiculous. How they did this was fucking stupid. And it ended up being like, I think it was around like 90 video files on this disc. And that's the reason why it's 9 gigabytes. I think I uploaded this to Internet Archive, either my old or new one. I don't fucking know. If you want to link to my Internet Archive, which has a lot of these, on Archival Stash in the About page, that's where you'll find the Internet Archive with at least a good handful of these. Because I don't fucking know. Because I genuinely don't know which ones I've done. Of course, something like this one, this is a 2023 album. I'm still giving this one a little bit of time before I rip it. I mean, I've already ripped it to my computer, but I'm still giving it a little bit of time before I upload it to my channel. I'm letting it simmer. That's the important things about these. These do still have copyright on them, and since this is from an indie artist, I don't think you'd be too happy with me uploading it to fucking YouTube. So that's why I'm waiting for this thing to simmer. Like, even though it's a 2023 thing, and I probably got it early 2023, I don't remember, and it's been like fucking 2 years, I'm still letting it simmer. It's like pirating video game consoles. Like, the Wii U, I think the Wii U is now like pretty okay to pirate. It's been a while since the eShop closed and Nintendo stopped supporting it officially. But like stuff like this is what fucking 2003, hopefully. It's not even a paper label. I genuinely don't fucking know. There's no copyright information on this. But yeah, no. I just wanted to give a general basis on how to find thrift store media. A really good way to find some of these is like look around like family members' houses, because they might have some just lying around. Maybe it's discs with old, baby pictures of you. Maybe it's old graduation videos on like VHS or DVD, like with this. Maybe you can buy your own fucking graduation video. Like, I'm pretty sure I can still buy mine. And I might think about doing that. Like, I can buy mine. I can straight up buy my graduation DVD. Because they sell it. The website's sketchy as shit. But I can buy it. And, of course, look at some indie artists. Like, Basic Printer, he's still doing the fucking free CD shit. Like, you can still buy his like $5 fucking albums on CD, and in case you don't have a disc player, he also gives you a digital download, so I have like 2 versions of this fucking album. But yeah, like look around some indie artists, because they'll have their own like CDs you can buy, probably from Bandcamp, because Bandcamp presses discs. Good example is C418, the guy who did the Minecraft soundtrack. He's released the Minecraft soundtrack physically like quite a handful of fucking times. Vinyls and CDs of the Minecraft soundtrack that you can buy. They're probably expensive as fuck now. Jack Stauber was another one. If you want to spend like $1,000 on the fucking album with Buttercup, I think was the song called. If you want to spend $1,000 on that vinyl, you can. Basic Printer, again, he does the free CDs, so they're technically like $5. Redvox, that's Vinesauce Vinny's band. You could do that. Whatever the fuck the Angry Video Game Nerd band's name is called, because he has his own band, and I don't think he supports it anymore. But his band also releases CDs. I think there's only like 1 or 2, but those are also considered thrift store media. Pretty much any CD, vinyl, cassette, DVD, if you're lucky, from Bandcamp is technically under the label of thrift store media, because like one of the things to become thrift store media is if it's an online only like buy. And I know I got some, I think, actually, I straight up don't know where the fuck this thing came from. It has the guy's signature. I have a signed item from this fucker. I don't know where the hell that thing came from. But like, actually some of these graduation DVDs are also a pretty good example. Like, a lot of these you can just buy online. And that's like the only place. Because they didn't give mine out for free. My cousin got his for free, but I didn't get fucking mine for free, and I got really pissed off at that fact. But yeah. I'll stop yapping. I said there was going to be B-roll. There's not going to be B-roll, and this will probably be unedited because I don't want to make this a main channel video because I'm fucking lazy. And I already made a main channel video about fucking thrift store media. So I'll probably just upload this to the Silas Archives, and then I'll just like say like, hey, this is a video you should watch on Call Me FDA, and it's just a 30-minute video about me talking about thrift store media and how to actually find these things. But yeah, the reason why these are so important is because they are considered lost media. And even though something like this and all the other indie bands, like, these are on like YouTube Music, Spotify, all those places, it's still like the physical copies are still cool as shit. And even though a lot of these aren't like lost media per se, it's still like a lot of them are, not all of them, but a lot of them are. But it still shouldn't diminish the value because, even though there's a live stream version of this fucking graduation, doesn't mean the DVD isn't worth shit. And like, a lot of these, they're not worth any money. Like, you can literally get this. The maximum I've paid for one of these is fucking $3, and I think the cheapest was fucking like 30 cents wherever that one went. So like, yeah, like, and they're so easy to like find because like, concrete countertops DIY. Like, come on. That's a fucking educational video. That's definitely on the fucking list. And of course, some of them are so plainly obvious. I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to upload this, but I mean, the fuckers were selling it. It's mine now. This is my family now. Sorry, whatever one of the family members' names were, I forgot. I think Bud. Sorry, Bud. Fucking 75-year-old. But you're mine now. But yeah, they're easy to come by. Almost every thrift store or flea market has at least one of these things, and they are free to upload. You won't get in trouble for uploading them most of the time. Sometimes you'll get they'll get claimed by copyright, and it will be like, because surprise, surprise, fucking Warner Brothers owns it. That happened to me one time with a fucking like Black Bear. No, not Black Bear. Public domain shit that's also free to upload, but a lot of them might get blocked. And also, if you're doing horror public domain movies, skim through the movies, because there might be fucking nudity in them. That fucking Vampire Collection, at least 3 or 4 of the movies had nudity in it. And I'm pretty sure Dracula's Big Orgy wasn't exactly the most safest thing to upload to fucking YouTube. Oh yeah. And also sometimes you'll just get a fucking guideline strike for no goddamn reason. It happens to the best of us. I got hit with false medical information for uploading the 3.5-hour video on this. The 3.5-hour fucking video. I wasn't going to watch all of that for the medical misinformation. I didn't even know you could get a fucking guideline strike for medical misinformation. I didn't even know that was a thing. So yeah, this is exclusively on Internet Archive. You could probably still upload the other videos on here. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could still probably fucking do it. Okay, I don't think the DVD is up here. I think the DVD is located somewhere else. But like, one of these straight up gave, I think it was this one. I don't think it was this one. I don't know which fucking one. Souvenir DVDs. Also look for souvenir DVDs. That's another one. Shit like this. This is a souvenir DVD that you got from like the store. Look for these as well. Like if your zoo has a souvenir DVD, Bass Pro Shops obviously. Any concert that you go to has one of these. Pick them up. They're considered thrift store media as well. But yeah, sometimes they will have copyright attached to them. Most of the time, it's just because they used like a song in the background. Like this guy used a Black Eyed Peas song in one of the things. That doesn't matter. But what matters is if it like gets hit with the like, hey, visual claim. Because sometimes they do that. I don't fucking know why. The Scientology DVD got hit with a fucking visual claim for a Snoop Dogg music video, which I thought was really fucking funny. But sometimes they'll actually own it. Here we go. This is a good example. This is what I was talking about. This one will get hit with a visual claim. I don't know who the fuck these guys are, but this one does get hit with a visual claim. I don't know why. I don't know who the fuck these guys are. But yeah, this is one of the ones that actually got hit with a visual claim, because this is like a real band. And they probably used like this footage for a music video at one point. So yeah, sorry. But yeah, finally closing this video off. These are important to get, and if you run an archive channel like me, which you probably don't, because running a channel like me actually takes some real autistic mental illness in there. But if you are running something like this, if you want a bunch of random bullshit you can upload, have fucking fun. You know, while you're at it, why don't you clear out the entire CD section and upload like 10,000 songs, because that's what I had to fucking deal with. But yeah. Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on, before we actually close this off. There's one important company, if you're in the Missouri area. There's one important company to look for, and that is All Occasion. These are the guys that handle weddings, graduations, stuff like that. Look for their name. The second you see these, you already know. You don't have to check anything the fuck else. Just check for this little stamp at the bottom, or that All Occasion logo right there. They are easily one of the easiest fucking things to hunt down, because they're so fucking noticeable. Like, it's not even funny. Yeah, here you go. There's the giant stack. They are so noticeable that, like, you're not gonna fucking miss them. Also, how I got a handful of these, egg production, the cheeseburger is fucking somewhere in here. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. Some of these might not exactly be the easiest to get your hands on. Like, another company you look for is CEV. CEV is for educational videos and stuff like that. Cheeseburger, egg production. Obviously, this is how cheeseburgers are made. Egg production is how fucking eggs are produced. Because it's not just chicken go poop and it's in stores. No, there's a giant fucking process. It's a 40-minute video worth of process. Getting your hands on these is incredibly fucking difficult, because you're not supposed to have these. I think I have one more disc. I don't even know if it's in this fucking stack or not. But I have one more disc related to these guys. It's a three for... No, it's not. It is not them. It's at the fucking bottom. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. There we go. There. Hill McGraw, the ones that make those fucking textbooks for school, they're also a pretty important one to look for. So yeah, CEV and Hill McGraw are two really important ones to look for. And that's because these are actually worth something. Like, there's multiple copies of these floating around, like eBay and shit, but you're not supposed to have these. These are up here with the Fitness Gram Pacer test. You're not supposed to have these. Easily, these can go for $100. So, and it's because when a school gets their hands on these, they do not fucking leave that school. They do not. Unless a kid steals them. Which I might have done twice for cheeseburger and egg production. Because I really wanted these. But yeah, when a school gets their hands on these, they don't fucking leave that school. You could check the fucking school dumpster. I mean, surprisingly, you can get some pretty cool shit out of that. Because they just kind of throw shit in there for some reason. And these DVDs and VHSs will eventually end up in there, because they'll stop fucking carrying that CRT on wheels eventually. And if you find that CRT on wheels, underneath that is where a lot of these videos are. I should know from personal experience. That's where I found the cheeseburger and egg production. It's because I was in one of my classes and one of the things was just to go outside, and we would just wait in the hallway, and I saw the CRT on wheels. Underneath it was a shit ton of these DVDs and like a handful of VHS tapes, and I pretty much adopted cheeseburger and egg production. But yeah, and this would have 100% been under there too. I got this one brand new, and the third disc doesn't work, and it's pretty fucking clear why the third disc doesn't work. Or at least the third disc partially works, which kind of sucks. Because that third disc is the one that desperately needs to get ripped. But there's like a pretty nasty scratch on the back, even though this was brand new. So yeah, Hill McGraw and CEV, if you get your hands on these are like, I think I'm the only person who gives a shit about thrift store media. These are pretty fucking decent finds, if you find these. These are pretty fucking crazy to get your hands on. These are holy grails in the thrift store media world. Because they are so comically hard to find. Like, I've only come across one of these. I've come across more Stranger Safeties. I think I've come across 2 separate copies of Stranger Safety. Because these aren't hard to get your hands on. Like, you could buy these at some point, and they probably weren't that expensive. These educational videos are stupid fucking expensive. Like, they'll be like $500 a disc. Fitnessgram Pacer Test, the only listing for that was like $1,000. And that's because the fucking book it came with was $1,000. Of course, I'm pretty sure you can now get the Fitnessgram Pacer Test CD not by itself, but you can get the book that came with it off eBay. I've never done it before. I might want to try that out at some point, and hopefully I don't get fucked over and just end up with a random goddamn book that I don't care about. But these, though, you have to get them by themselves, and they are not fucking cheap. Just also in the classroom, those were free DVDs, but they were like $10 shipping. Fed Today, I have no fucking clue you got Fed Today. And all this other shit doesn't matter. But yeah. So yeah, that's my long ass guide on how to find thrift store media. Again, these are not, like, they're easy as shit to come by. But the reason they're called thrift store media is because you can't find them on eBay. You have to go to thrift stores. If you're in the Missouri area, Timeless Treasures will occasionally have them. But I think Timeless Treasures is kind of deep into Springfield. Timeless Treasures is a pretty good one. And really any of the thrift stores or flea markets are pretty decent. But Timeless Treasures, every time I went in there, I left with at least one or two. Either because I either missed them or I just got really lucky. STD is also a really good one, just because of how big that one is. The Blind Community Center, that's a really fucking good one too. I think it's called Blind Community Center or something like that. Blind Community Center, STD, and Timeless Treasures are the ones you have the best chance of finding these. Blind Center more because they swap out their shit, but I've also kind of gotten unlucky with them a handful of times, and their media section is fucking huge, so be wary of that. And there is a possibility you won't find a single goddamn thing, but every time I went in there, I at least walked out with like 1 or 2 items. Last time I went in there, I left with a fucking Bon Jovi collection that has 5 discs on it, so holy shit. I think the time before that, I got a fucking Halo 3 Collector's Edition. The fucking Halo 3 Collector's Edition. They had 5 of these. And it was only $5. How could I say no? So yeah, that Blind Community Center, that's definitely a really fucking good spot to go in. Like, that's a fucking crazy ass place. There is a possibility you won't leave with shit, but it's worth checking them out occasionally. I would, like, once a month. But like, if you're looking for like these, I think Goodwill is probably your best bet. But the problem is, Goodwill is overpriced. Goodwill's fucking expensive. and there is a possibility they just straight up won't fucking work. You can't find this stuff at like vintage stock. Vintage stock will straight up just fucking tell you no if you try to sell them. I bet they'll just straight up tell you no, or if they do take it, they probably throw them those fucking blind bags that are like $20. But yeah, Bass Pro Shops, I think they only have like 2 DVDs left in their store, but like the Bass Pro Shops ones are pretty easy to come by. But yeah, if you're ever going to a thrift store anywhere, try to look for some thrift store media, because they are incredibly important, and you could legitimately be preserving lost media. So if you wanted to finally say that I own lost media, there you go. It's probably the easiest fucking thing to say, that you own lost media. I mean, I could say that like a fucking billion times over. More like 50 actually. And I'm mainly only talking about the DVDs. CDs are where it gets complicated, because people just fucking make CDs for no goddamn reason. So, like, the CDs are complicated because you don't exactly know what qualifies as, like, a thrift store CD or not. And I never fucking know. So, I just end up with... I don't know what the fuck this is. So, you just end up with, like, Christmas songs. A Branson CD. This, which had metadata on fucking Windows Media Player, which surprised the hell out of me, which means someone else owns this. This came with a magazine. Like, the CD ones are super fucking complicated, but also a lot more easier to tell. Like, you could buy these in a fucking store. Not Walmart, but definitely a store. Christmas albums you're most likely going to come across, but I also wouldn't really classify these as thrift store media, the fucking Christmas albums. I classify them as thrift store Christmas media. Or more specifically, thrift store Christmas CDs, because Christmas CDs and country CDs are like the CD world of fucking sports games. No one fucking wants them. So you get stuck with like 100 fucking country albums and 100 fucking Christmas albums. Christmas albums are probably the easiest thing to collect, and they all have the exact same songs, so there's no fucking reason to keep them. Like, for how many times I own fucking, what is it, Oh Holy Night, Fum Fum, Silent Night, Joy to the World, Deck the Halls. I have like 6 CDs with fucking Deck the Halls. And I wish I was joking. Silent Night and Deck the Halls are the 2 most common ones that I keep ending up with. Not even any, like, recognizable, no Jingle Bells, none of that shit. It's all fucking Silent Night and Deck the Halls. Yeah, here we go. This one has Silent Night. This one has Silent Night. This one, Silent Night. This one has Silent Night. This one, Silent Night. This one, definitely Silent Night. It's a fucking 30 pack. This one, Part 7. Like, it's all the same fucking music. And they're all fucking Christmas albums. I've uploaded all of these, by the way. Like, they're not hard to find. They're just fucking Christmas albums. They're interchangeable. Same thing with country music. At least with country music, it's different fucking songs. But with Christmas albums, it's all the same fucking song. Christmas albums aren't worth shit. And then you'll find something like Halloween Fright Night, and it's just sound effects. It's literally just long sound effects. It's ambience. It's sampler CDs, those are pretty important to come by. Oh, here's a giant fucking stack. I don't know what network music is, but like this is something completely fucking different. Sampler CD. Social Studies, the soundtrack. That's an actual album. This was a bonus disc that came with a Shrek DVD that I was really happy to find. Oh, here we go. Some actual thrift store media. This was a 1-track CD made by this woman. As you can see, it hits the. You can tell when something's thrift store media. You can 100% tell when something's thrift store media. You don't need me fucking telling you. This video is kind of useless because 100% you can find you can clearly tell when something's thrift store media. This hits that fucking spot perfectly. But this video is like a good, like, in case you don't really know like what it looks like. It looks like this. It looks like this. It has her phone number, her fucking email, her location. And it's literally just a 1-track album about this person's mom. Or not about this person's mom. This disc is like getting really fucking bad. But it's like, it's based on her mom. Like when she was dying. And I listened to this song because I was really curious. It's not a bad song. Like, it's actually a genuinely good song. But no one would know because you see this and you're like, I don't want that. So you literally wouldn't know, like, if this is a good song or not. Because you would just look at this, look at the CD, it's one song, this is like $1, I don't fucking want this. But, like, to someone like me, this is why it's important to find and get these things, is because of albums like these. It's not even an album, or CDs, DVDs like these. I Love My Family is also a really important one, because I don't know where the fuck, what the fuck happened to I Love My Family? I fucking love that one because it's such a shit, it's so shit. That one's also pretty important because even though it's just fucking family photos, and I definitely shouldn't have uploaded it, just having these things preserved in one way or another is important because, again, for all I know, this is the one and only copy of this CD. The one and only one in existence. I might actually, I don't know if I threw this on Internet Archive already. I might though. I might throw this on Internet Archive, even though I don't really do that anymore. I might throw this one on Internet Archive because, again, this is such a, like, it's such a beautiful thing, and it's unknown. No one knows it fucking exists, especially when all the contact information's on the fucking CD. Like, it was literally inspired by this person's mom. And it's in memory of her fucking parents. And the song's beautiful. It's nice. It's a decent song. I See Farther Than I Can See by Ruby Cook. I literally don't know if there's any other way to view this CD besides through my channel. And that's why I collect this shit. That's why I do. These are important. Now, something like this, these fucked up CDs, both of these are fucked up. These fucked up CDs, like, this is just someone's, like, fucking playlist that they threw on a CD. And this probably just came with the fucking car. This is one of my favorite items. This just came with the fucking car. But, like, you'll also eventually come across something like this where it's a one-of-a-kind item. You are, like, right now, I am holding a one-of-a-kind item. No other copy of this item fucking exists as far as I'm aware. This is one of a kind. And it's a genuinely good song. You want to talk about fucking limited edition stuff? Like, this is technically a limited edition. I don't fucking know why he did this, but yeah, this is a limited edition thing. There's the number. Like, you'll talk about limited edition shit. Oh, you know, I bought something that only has 500 copies. Well, I have something that only has one fucking copy. And it's the only fucking copy. I have several things that are the only fucking copy. If people actually gave a shit about thrift store media, these would go for so fucking much. They legitimately would. These are legitimate fucking collector's items. They're not. They are not. Don't fucking say that. They are not collector's items. A lot of these are just fucking graduation videos. Or fucking school plays. But, like, if these were, like, video games and shit, these would be fucking collector's items. People would be fucking sought after. But because they have this stigma behind it, it's just like these useless fucking discs no one gives a shit about. They automatically get hit with the, I don't care about these. I'm too busy finding fucking Pilot to Baby shows. But no, these are legitimate pieces of fucking lost media. These are. And I am probably the biggest founder of some of the lost media. I'm definitely up there, at least. I'm pretty sure there's people who found more lost media, but I'm definitely up there because of this fucking stack alone. And that's why it's important to get these. That's why it's super important to hunt these down and upload them. But also, because no one gives a shit about finding this stuff, you don't have to worry about hoarders, about lost media hoarders, which is a real fucking term. I think it's lost media hoarder, where people will straight up just have lost media and just won't upload it. And if you want it, you have to buy it or trade me something. Sorry, you have to buy it from me. It's $5,000. And I'm really steep with the price. But because no one gives a shit about these, they don't get hit with that. You'll find these for a fucking $1 or $3. And you'll be like, hot damn, I own lost media now. Ah, fuck. But yeah. Again, I just wanted to make this video just so it'd be easier to find, like, just so, like, if you do want eventually find stuff like this, you can. They're not hard. This is a real album, by the way. This isn't fucking fake. This isn't thrift store media. This is just genuinely a real album. That's why I pulled it out. But, like, if you do want to find, like, lost media, or want to say, like, oh, I found a piece of lost media, or, I don't fucking know. If you want to run an archive account like me and just upload actual, like, archival shit, not just game soundtracks, there you go. Not hard. This video has gone on for way the fuck too long. These three I'm putting with my... This one was a part of it, but these three I need to put with my actual CDs. But yeah. Oh fuck, I forgot to put everything up. Oh! Ronald Reagan's funeral. I was trying to find this for an example. Yeah, here you go. Here's an example of, like, a really clear one. Ronald Reagan's funeral. This is literally just, like, a recording of the fucking news. That's all it is. It's a recording of the news of Ronald Reagan's funeral. It's so fucking interesting. Here's one that I had to rip off the label of with Goo Gone, because, like, these types of discs are a pain in the ass. And it's one of the ones that wouldn't play in my computer. You'll also eventually get hit with something like this, where Make MKV won't fucking rip the disc for some ungodly reason. Internet Archive, I'm pretty sure, can rip the disc. So if you upload the ISO and upload it to Internet Archive, they'll rip the video files for you. I don't know why the fuck this wouldn't rip the video files properly, but it would be, like, cut off and shit. And it's done that a handful of times. This is just, like, talking. This is a CD. This is public domain shit. Public domain. And, I don't know what the fuck this is. But, yeah. But yeah, again, I just want to make this video in case you do want to find this shit. In case you do want to upload a bunch of random bullshit to, like, fucking YouTube. Because, again, these aren't hard to find. You'll eventually find them if you keep checking around thrift stores periodically. Because, remember, nobody's buying these. No one gives a shit about these. No one's buying them. It's free to upload, all of them. But you do need to be wary. Some of these might have a lot of video files on them. A lot of them will just be like one video file. Some of them won't even fucking work. And a lot of the others will be like Windows 8 for Dummies, where it's 80 fucking video files.